Like, I've been seeing a lot of comedians, like, trying to, like, separate themselves from Austin lately. Have you seen this?
Yeah, of course.
I'm seeing a lot of these comedians, like, really trying to create distance from Austin, like, what's happening in Austin. A lot of comedians that, like, use Joe and his millions of followers to boost their careers, that went on there to promote their specials, that performed at the club, like, really used Joe's power and influence that he was very generous to give them. And all of a sudden there's like a little internet backlash post-election, and they're trying to blame the manosphere for the election, not the fact that they ran a fucking dead guy and a woman that can't talk. No, it's true. And it's like, and now I see these comics like kind of vocally talking shit, that they would talk all this shit, by the way, behind closed doors, because it's what comics do, but like real like rat weasel shit. Because you let this guy enrich you, you used him for his followers, and now you see a situation where like they're getting backlash, and instead you pile on for self-salvation, not get your boys back and refute some of the rumors that exist on the internet. There's a lot of fucking weasels in this business, and it's good. I like to see it. I want everybody to know, because they're gonna get canceled for some shit in the future. They're gonna not live up to the purity test, and Joe is the type of guy that he would have had your back. He would have had you on the biggest platform in the world to explain yourself. He would have given you that opportunity. But now, you know, you're showing who you really are. So,
you know what, though,
enjoy the bed you made.
You know what, though? Joe still might. He's so fucking nice. He still might.
He don't care. And he knows that people are flawed, I guess. But like, nah, that's my guy. I'm never going to fucking... Nah, never. I never pile on against him. That's a real motherfucker right there.
Also, comedy scenes are comedy scenes. Like, Brooklyn was the most annoying comedy scene.
Yeah.
Probably still is. I don't need to perform there anymore, luckily. But, like, it was the fucking worst comedy scene.
He's right here, guys.
There's nice people, okay? They like jokes.
No, they're not. They're not nice people. No, they're not. No, they're not nice people.
Yeah, but it's this thing that's like they're going like all the comics and the whatever. It's like, listen, the majority of comics at a comedy club suck. Okay? They do. I go to the cellar and roll my eyes at half of these motherfuckers before I gotta go on and mop up the bombs that they fucking do. Okay? Okay, this idea that they're all good, but what we're not gonna do is pretend like there aren't fantastic comics there as well. Yeah. Okay? Shane is fantastic.
Yeah.
Derek Poston is fantastic. Yep. Brian Simpson is fantastic. Okay? Maybe they don't have the density that we have in New York right now. Okay? But at the same time, like, to dispel the entire scene, because now Joe can no longer do something for you, or Tony can no longer do something for you, because that's where it really comes down. When going on Joe Rogan made you a millionaire for 6 years in a row, all these comics were fucking quiet. They were complimentary. They were being so sweet because they wanted to get in. Now that going on Joe Rogan once doesn't automatically give you a career, and now that Kill Tony is focused on more like character-based people, now they no longer see their salvation in these two people. So now they're having these honest conversations. Oh, they're saying the R word a lot. Shut up, retard. Do you know what I mean? I'm seeing these comics. It's just so two-faced snake weasels, little rats.
Yeah.
And this is kind of who they are, though, to be honest. Like, these are the conversations they have in private, and then they kind of change face. So maybe it's even better that they're finally have the balls to be authentic.
I mean, look, let's be honest. If you're a stand-up, you have a void. There's something going on in here.
Yeah.
Some of us, I hope I'm one of them, tries to work on it and still be a better person while chasing this thing. And some of them, it's just an endless void, and they're just going to keep chasing and keep betraying and keep being whatever.
Yeah. I just think it's so corny. You use someone to enrich yourself, and the second they're going through something, you immediately abandon them, and then you could say nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have to act. Now you have to say something. You have to have a word. It's like, yeah, okay. Well, now we know who you are. Even though we always knew, now everybody knows who you are. And your fans probably...
No,
like,
some of them I'm surprised by.
Really?
Some of them I'm like, I thought you were a stand-up dude, man. I thought you were a stand-up fucking guy. And you were not.
Yeah, that is the epitome of a...
What's changed? Because I feel like...
They don't see their salvation in him. Comics are loyal to their salvation.
Sorry, what are you saying?
Like, I feel like when Rogan was in LA, it was everybody got along. It was really kumbaya in the comedy scene. Like, no one really attacked other comics, even if they disagreed with them. What has changed?
This is my opinion. Everything trickles down, right? So it's like, when the only way to make it was be on Comedy Central, all these comics that we see now were doing knock-knock jokes, hoping to get a special on Comedy Central, right? So you basically gravitate towards what your salvation is. Most people do. Most comics do. Joe Rogan was the way to make it for a 6 or 7 year stretch. It was like you went on Rogan. I saw it happen to me. Like going on Rogan, life changed immediately, right? And when that was the case, all these comics were real fucking quiet. Nobody said a peep. No one said, and if they disagreed with something, they were just silent. Now going on Rogan once isn't going to immediately change your career.
Yeah, I remember you said you went from comedy clubs to theaters. I went a few years later. I went from comedy clubs to more people in a comedy club.
Well, that's more. But like, and then what happened is I think a lot of comics saw like Kill Tony being the way to make it, right? So nobody was going to talk shit about Rogan, and nobody's going to talk shit about Tony. And now you see Kill Tony, and the people that really explode from there are like more character based, right? So then comics go, okay, well, I can't make it immediately off of Rogan, and I can't make it immediately off Tony. I guess I'll sandbag these motherfuckers while the internet is coming after them. I think that's what it is. I think it's purely where is my salvation? And now they see their salvation as like, oh, I'm gonna separate myself from the manosphere because there's so much criticism on the internet. And it's like, no, that's the time where you should lean into the people who helped you. That's the time where you should be a good, solid friend. That's the time where you should refute fake narratives about someone who helped you when you offered nothing to him. All these people that went on Rogan, they offered nothing to Rogan. He literally gave them a platform, and the biggest platform on the planet, millions of people that can go come out to your shows. You made millions of dollars off this guy, and now you're gonna fucking sandbag him, let other people come on your show to fucking talk shit about him? That is you don't want that motherfucker in a foxhole, put it that way. And people know that. People know that at their core. Like, your fans might support you right now, but they know you're a rat. And, and your time is gonna come, and then nobody's gonna be there to help you.
This is how you describe comedy before Rogan. Like when you were coming up, like he would always talk about like, dude, like these comics are just so fucking selfish, da da da. And I was like, come on, they're not that bad, you know?
Rogan organized the whole shit. He was benevolent, he helped, so everybody else was like, maybe that's the way to do it. We should all help. And the second they stopped seeing him as the one and only salvation for their career, they're like, oh, okay, we can go back to just shitting on everybody mercilessly. And now you see all these little fractures and everybody ripping people in different ways. And then comedians having other comedians on their podcast and then forgetting how to riff.
Oh, that fucking drove me crazy.
It's like, oh, all of a sudden I don't know how to riff.
Now your premise is offensive to me.
Yeah, oh my God, you can't use that word. You used to be on a podcast that was like known for riffing about the most fucked up shit.
Yup.
And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't know how to do comedy.
Oh,
That's a bad word.
Yeah, what are you saying? Well, I don't understand what you're... So here's what you're trying to say. No, what I'm trying to say is a joke. Let me say the crazy thing and then let me land.
It's funny. You white comics is acting like black comics is crazy.
Cat Williams ruined it all.
Williams calls his own shit.
Went on Shake, started talking shit. And then the whole ecosystem fell apart.
You know what I also think, though? Because there used to be an LA, New York comedy thing. Like, New York comics shit on LA.
Yeah.
That was it. And LA was kind of jealous, whatever. Now there's a third scene that they can both just hate. So they're all like, you know what? Fuck. And LA's like, the heat's not on us for being dog shit comics. Fuck those guys. They're hateful. All right, buddy.
Yeah.
Keep moving your hands like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, go ahead. You suck too. Don't think because you stayed in LA and didn't go to Austin, somehow you're a better comic.
Yeah.
You still do this. You suck.
Yo, facts. You're making balloon animals. You know what I mean?
That's a punchline?
What is this comedy?
Fuck out my
You're Shannon
face,
Sharp all of a sudden.
Fuck out my
What you mean,
face, dog.
Skip? What you mean, Skip? Come on,
We
Skip.
stay quiet for a bit. Now I'm done. Mark Maron, come on this pod. Let me chop you up.
You asked him to come on, but he would never come on.
No, I asked him nicely. Now come on. I'll chop you up like you Jamal Khashoggi.
Come on, bro.
Come to the embassy.
Yeah.
Hey, come to the embassy, Mark.
You don't even
Come to
know.
the embassy.
Schulz can sit down if you're intimidated by it. Don't worry, I got you.
That is
Or I know you're probably not used to talking to people of color at your shows, but just come talk to one, and then we'll handle it.
Mark Maron acting like he didn't also have a president on his podcast.
Oh, but I'm sure he asked him all about the
You know
mass
what I mean?
deportations.
Yeah.
I'm sure he asked him about drone strikes.
The
I'm sure he asked him
cages.
all the tough questions.
Get the fuck out of here,
I think you
bro.
just had him back on.
You did the same thing. Did he really?
I think so. Can you double check
Hilarious.
that? He just had Obama on like a few
You
days
did
ago.
the same thing, bro. You did the same exact thing.
We might
You
also
asked
need to
Eddie-
fact check this, but I've heard Mark Maron hasn't had a single trans person on his podcast.
Oh my God, those people he cares so deeply
Decades
about.
you've been doing this pod?
Maron don't care about nobody but himself. And anybody inside of comedy knows this. It's the people outside of comedy that are like unaware of it.
Yeah.
But like,
We've
what was
had-
the, what was
we've
the
had-
whole shit with Jon Stewart?
Oh yeah, well they had. Now let's have fun. So let's have fun while we're talking shit because he's been going on every pod talking shit. Jon Stewart and Mark Maron in New York decades ago were like comedy purists, hated all kinds of shit. Like they were like, we love stand up, we love this. Jon Stewart gets a job with MTV hosting a show. Mark Maron is like, fuck you. Like, to his face, how fucking dare you take that? You fucking sellout. You fucking shill. Fuck you. Makes John feel so bad about it. Affects their relationship. John ends up leaving the show for whatever reason. I don't remember if it was a moral thing or he had no
No, I
offer
think
or
didn't
whatever.
he get the opportunity to do like
Probably got a better opportunity.
Yeah.
Guess who takes over that show?
No,
Mark fucking Maron.
not Mark the principled.
Oh, Mark, the principled guy. And then he tried to act like nothing happened with John. John was like, no. Fuck you. You don't get to be my friend after that.
Exactly.
Fuck you. Then, decades later, they try to chop it up, or they try to patch it up. And Mark is like, hey, I would love for you to come on the podcast and talk about this. John is like, look, if you want to mend the friendship, I'm open to it, but I'm not doing it to give you podcast stuff. Like, let's just talk in person and we'll have it out. Mark Maron never contacts him again.
Exactly.
Because it ain't content.
But it's like, and I understand why outsiders wouldn't know this about him, but like anybody on the inside knows.